I had to stop the video. My apologies. I'm driving. So anyway, so the thing about that is, what happens there is the mindset of I can do whatever I want. That is the new generation. The new generation, there's nothing holding them back. Some people even say to me like, oh, I'm going to be a famous influencer. And I'm like, really? Like, you're going to do that? And then they show me, these young people show me their phones, 2 million followers. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. 2 million followers. The thing about it, I often thought at night, if I get 1 billion subscriptions, I can make at least the thing about that type of thinking, for that student that I spoke to, that young person, that was incredible. I was like, have you monetized? Had no idea what I was talking about. And I said, okay, go to your dashboard, do this, make sure it's monetized, make sure that. And they did. But they don't make a lot of money. But guess what? Now they have an income coming in. And I estimated with them, if they were able to maintain their content based on, trend streams and etc., they can probably break it. This person makes about $2,300 a week. Yes, it's true. And she's young person. And so I was very proud of her. But here's the thought process, okay? And this is what I want to talk about. People look at social media, and this is going on about moving on. People talk about social media, and it's like, wow, you got 6,000 hits on this. You got 5,000 on this. You got 1 million on that. Is it sustainable? The reason why I mentioned that is I have a podcast. My podcast, I love to say, is heard in over 26 countries. But you know what's invaluable? When someone comes up to me and says, hey, listen, I listened to your podcast. I'm like, wow, gee, thanks. Oh my God. And it's changed my life. It has changed my life. Please do me the favor. Keep making those podcasts, because I need that in the morning. I need that at brunch time. I need that at this. I need that at that. And I'm like, really? Yes. And then I get the comments, the questions. Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? You said this. I didn't like that you did this. Oh, I thought it was funny that you were driving. They give me the inspiration, but they're actually listening. And there are people that have been listening to my podcast for it's going on 5 years. I'm in season 8, and it's not easy work. It's a lot. It's harder than you think, because I like to say things that's factual. I don't like to, send you off on journeys unless it's a journey of your own. But that feeling, then I look at my social media like, well, my social media content's low. But when they're listening to my podcast, who cares about my social media at that point, right? Because they're learning, they're engaged. They're developing a different type of mindset, a growth mindset that's different, that's unique. That's the other thing I have to laugh about. There was this meme that I saw, and it said, I don't need to look at what you're doing, because you just normally copy what I'm doing, so I haven't done it yet, so you don't even know what's going on yet. I was like, wow, hashtag facts, hashtag truth, hashtag some of the biggest haters I know. That was wild, because I see that. And you know what? That's okay. They say copying is the greatest insight, or the greatest showing of flattery. So to all of you that do that, thank you. However, and thank you for watching. Thank you for following. I will never delete a follower, because why would I ever want to cut off that particular hater who runs back to the tribe and fuels them all? Stop it. I know. Too much, not enough, just right. So when I saw her monetizing her stuff, I was like, wow. I said, listen, you have to do things that's sustainable. You have to create stuff that will transcend over generational times, because $2,500 a week is amazing, right? $2,500 a week is over $100,000 a year. That's great. That's amazing. That's all 1099. You have to pay taxes. And then after you pay your taxes, what are you going to do with that money? You going to buy every Louis Vuitton bag? What are you going to do? How many Hermes belts do you need? Like, what are you going to do? You going to buy a house, a car? Got to pay all that? And then what? How are you going to sustain that wealth? Are you going to open up a traditional Roth IRA because after tax or before tax you weren't taxed yet, so you can still do a 401k? What are you going to do? I never thought about that. Right. Because I would index that money into a secure insurance. Hello, all my insurance folks. Because the truth is, let the truth be told, that money comes and goes. Like the saying says, the sands of an hourglass goes right through your hand. So if you want your money to grow, you need to make sure you have wealth. And a wealth of knowledge will tell you money won't last. You know how many things are hot today, not tomorrow. They moved on. So we went over this. However, she said to me, oh, but you don't have 2 million followers. That's totally correct. Why? Well, there's so many reasons. But it doesn't bother me or faze me. Because I explained. Let's use my favorite couple of apps, right? Like Pinterest, some TikTok, Instagram. There's so many, Lemonade, Threads, all of these. If you're on chat, I gotta say Snapchat. I gotta mention them, right? Facebook, WhatsApp. Okay, if you're on them and someone hits like and they keep going, did they like, grab it, learn from it? Did it change their lives? Did they reach out to you and say, oh my God, this changed my life? Did they leave a comment? How can I reach out to you and grow from this? How can I learn from this? Or was it like, heart? Like, is that the energy? That's not the energy I want. I want engagement. I want to be able to come to your business, help you establish your network. What's the issue here? Is it a payroll issue? Is it a state tax issue? Is it a problem? Oh, I see your local taxes aren't set up correctly. Let's look this over. Oh, here we go. You have a Commonwealth state. Oh, here we go. Your human resources needs to be built because your brand new enrollment is not adapting to your budget plan. Like, let's look at the feasibilities. What's going on with your enrollment? What's going on with your attrition? You're hiring people that are not qualified. And then the qualified people, you're putting them in wrong placement. Let's look at hiring within. What is going on? I love to have that network. And you'll see my testimonies. I'm about to post them for y'all. When I help somebody, I never just help number 24, ticket, number 25, ticket. No. When I help someone, I like to ingrain it, to let them know, well, you know what? She helped me with that. That changed my life. Without her, I would not have passed that class. But here's the thing. I don't ever go back and be like, remember I did that for you? Remember I did that for you? No. We don't want to be those people. The people that I want to be are the people that I love, that I know inspire me. When I think of the people I want to be, I think of my leaders from back in the day. I think of all my colleagues from my favorite place on Broadway. They know who they are. I think of when I used to sell retail and I felt like I was ice skating through the store selling super soft sweaters and cozy knit scarves. I think of when I first made my first cappuccino and my tips were amazing. I think about washing all those dishes in the restaurant. I think about the time I burned my arm on the popcorn machine. I think about the moments that were changed and impactful. Those are the moments that I know all those people that I helped, loved, wanted them to be successful, who are successful today, owe me nothing. Owe me nothing. Owe me not a happy birthday. Owe me not a hello, how are you? But from when they think about it, they themselves find their own growth. I had one colleague so many years ago that they were so they inspired me because they were so, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I said, oh my God, you could do everything. You could do everything. And this colleague was, oh my goodness, I'm going to age myself even more. It's like 30 years ago. And they became a powerhouse in this company that I'm talking about. I'm going to mention the company, but it was that long ago, so you can kind of do the math. And every time I would speak to that person's mom, they would be like, oh my gosh, you help my family. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I don't even remember even doing anything, but it was that impactful, that change. There were also folks that came across my life that were, ungrateful. But guess what? When somebody was insensitive, like in the beginning of our story, or when somebody was ungrateful or unkind, I always knew, because I was bullied as a little girl, right? I always knew that was a reflection of them. Sometimes people are so nasty and hurtful because of what happened to them, right? Someone can say, oh, I hate your shoes. I hate your shoes. Meanwhile, they don't got shoes to walk on. They're on their last sole. Right? I love your outfit, but I don't like your hair. Well, who asked you? I always say, did I ask? The thing is, not everyone's going to love you. Not everyone. It doesn't matter. And I always say this because this is the thing that really changes the game. If anyone speaks about Fantastic Life and they say, oh my God, I love Fantastic Life, believe them. It's not for me. Believe them also, because they got who they asked for, and it's quite all right. That's why you have the freedom of will. You can do whatever you want. So for me, I'm inspired. Literally, I always say I've turned a chapter. I really did, and this has been such an amazing month. The way May ended, it was a shock to my system. I jumped in a pool of ice cold water, literally. And you know what? I was in a hot desert. But then I said, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. Because you know what? I was set free. Oh my gosh, the burden on my brain that I was carrying was gone. And now I'm doing the best, the most. And I feel incredibly awesome. And moving on, right? So with that said, I thank you all for taking this drive with me. And I'm about to park, and I really appreciate your ear. Have a great day and be well.